I'm back with another Masking Tape Treasures. First and foremost, I'd like you to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. Today we're going to be making an eel. An eel. You're going to need some materials though. You're going to need brushes, acrylic paint, and masking tape. 1.88 or any tape that you have. And you're gonna need a paper plate. Play it again, Sam. Let's get started. Oh, and also,
No.
you're gonna need to pay attention. Okay, let's do this. An eel is like a long, like a snake-like fish, I guess. It's gonna go like this. Just like this. Make you another one. Oh boy, I got to go get some more tape. Maybe I get up tomorrow and go grab some more masking tape. Just want to join them together, make them long. Just want to do it like this. See? Make it long. All right. You see how I got it? It's like that. Now we got to make the snout. I'm going to put, see? All right. Then I'm going to put the bottom jaw on. Just going to make that smaller. Sort of like this. Like so, okay? Now we got to put a fin on there. Because they have fins. Just want to go like this. Just a piece like this. And go right on here. Okay? See? Like so. Okay. Oh my goodness. I don't know how the tails look. We're just going to make it rounded. Going to make it rounded. Rounded like so. Okay? Then we're going to get another one. Another piece of tape. Fold it over twice. Fold it like this. I think their tails are rounded at the end, so we're going to do it like that. Going to go under here, push this part in, and then follow along the body. Okay. Like so. So it should look like this. There's a top view. See, I put it like a serpentine, like, you know, serpentine, like it's swimming. So it's like so. See that? It's going to be like a moray eel. Then we want to put some little flippers on the side. This is what they swim with, like a pedal. So we're going to go right here. We're going to go another one. On this side. See? Now we want to put some eyes on it. Just want to get a small piece of tape, ball it all the way up. Oh, okay. Sorry. Gotta do another one. Now, see, I'm using 3 fingers. Still always 3 fingers, like that. Want to place it right here on the side of his head, like so. And I'm going to place another one on there. Oh. Man, I didn't eat yet. I was getting ready to. Where my food is ready. So all I got to do is go eat. There we go. All right. Now we got the whole thing done. That was quick, wasn't it? That was real quick. All right. So now we got that. All we got to do is put the skin on. And story time. This story time is called Drink, Drink, and Be Merry. Well, I don't think you will be merry if you drink. If you drink too much, okay? Excessively. You know what? About 15 million people in the U.S. Currently today are struggling with alcoholism. On average, 95,000 people die from alcohol-related deaths. You see? Alcohol can lead to long-term health problems, okay, such as heart disease and kidney disease, you know. And it can also cause a little mental disorder, such as depression and anxiety. So if you drink like you go out and have fun, that's fine. But if you drink excessively, you need to get a grip on it before it gets a grip on you, okay? Before it takes over your body and your mind, especially this. Because that's where alcoholism comes from, your mind. When you're drinking, you build up a dependency for the alcohol. And you got to have it. You got to have it. you end up having to have it. And that's not good. That's not good. It's many people I see walking around that are alcoholics. Some of them are functioning alcoholics. Some of them come to work and everything, but they're mentally thinking of getting home and getting a drink. They're constantly thinking of that. That's why a lot of them, they're ready to leave as soon as they get to work. They want to go home. They try to find reasons to leave work so they can get home and get that drink. Drink it out the bottle or out of a glass or whatever. Like for a story closer to home, my father suffered from alcoholism, and he had to be hospitalized. You know, and I contribute that day when he had to be hospitalized for saving my life. Okay, from preventing me from becoming the way he was. Okay, I tried to take a lot of stuff from my father. You know, I tried to take his work ethic and everything else. You know, but that I couldn't stand for it. You know, see, my father worked at Wrigley's Gum Factory, Wrigley's Gum, and they used to make gum and everything. He used to come home smelling like gum and stuff like that. And he used to bring gum home for us and stuff like that. He used to bring a lot of stuff home from his job and stuff like that. You know, so it was a good time. But on his days off, he would sit there and he would drink. He would have a couple of his friends come over, maybe, you know, and they would drink and they would laugh and they'd be loud and everything like that. But back then, that's when kids, they didn't get in grown folks' business. Kids didn't get in grown folks' business. What we did when they had company over, the kids had to go to their room or go outside and play or go down in the basement and play or something like that. We didn't stay in grown folks' business. Okay? So a lot of this I don't know. But when I got like 15 years old, my dad for some reason something happened at his job. I don't think he was fired or nothing, but I think he got real sick. So he had to leave the job for a while. He left for about a month and then went back. But it went downhill ever since, you know. So after that, he started working at Ritz Dye Factory. Ritz Dye Factory. So he worked there, but he couldn't breathe in all of that chemical, like that dye and stuff like that. So all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. Like I told you, I was kind of young, and like I said, we didn't stay in grown folks' business. We didn't sit there in their face and try to listen to what they were talking about. But I know he had to go to the hospital. So I went to the hospital to see him. And nobody was there. Nobody was there. When I got there, when I got to the hospital, I talked to them at the desk. They let me go up. And I went in there and he was laying there in the bed, you know. And he said, "Junior, what you doing down here?" And this haunts me to this day. He asked me what I'm doing down here. And I told him, "I came to see you, Daddy. I came to see you." You know, I said, "Are you okay? You okay?" He said, "Yeah, but when you're going home, take 65 South." When he said 65 South, I know what he's talking about. He thought he was in Alabama. We were in Chicago, but he thought he was in Alabama. And then it puzzled me. He said, "Take 65 South home." You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong like that. And I kept telling him, no, Daddy, I'm in Chicago. We're in Chicago. He said, just take 65 South home. But I just agreed with him. Okay, okay, all right. And then he asked me, what's that crawling on you? He said, bugs were crawling on me. But I didn't know what was going on. But he was going through delirium tremors, DTs. That's when you get off alcohol. You've been drinking, and then you have to get off of it. Delirium tremors. So he was saying like bugs were crawling and everything, and it broke me up, man. It broke me up. So finally, I told him, I said, "Look, I love you, Dad. All right, I'll try to come back. If you're still in the hospital tomorrow, I'm gonna come and see you. Okay?" He said, "Okay, okay. Have a safe trip. Have a safe trip." And he kept telling me to have a safe trip. Matter of fact, the hospital was a couple of blocks away from the house. So when I left out of that hospital, I went in the hallway and I cried. Tears just came. I couldn't hold it back no longer. I cried out in the hall. And this doctor came to me. He said, "You okay? You okay?" I said, "Oh, And I told him my father was in there. He said, "Oh, okay. All right. You look like him. You look like him." And then I asked the doctor, I said, "How can I prevent this from happening to me? How can I prevent this from happening to me?" You know what the doctor told me? He said, You can't help it. You can't stop it because it runs in families like that. So if your father is like this, what was telling me, if your father was like this, then you are going to be like that." And I told him, I said, "No, no, because I'm going to stop indulging in anything, drinking anything now." He said, "Yeah, but the addiction is you're going to be prone to addiction." That's what he was trying to tell me. And I told him, I said, "No, I'm not." And I left. And shortly after that, no more alcohol. No more alcohol. Well, I'm gonna tell the truth. I was indulging in alcohol. When I was 15, 16 years old, was drinking, with my buddies and stuff. So we would get drinks and drink them and stuff. But after that day, no more. I told them no more alcohol. So when I stopped drinking alcohol, I stopped with the pork. So from 17, 18 years old, I stopped everything. I stopped pork and drinking. Totally. And I never went back. Never. No alcohol, no pork, and no marijuana. And I proved that doctor wrong. Because actually, it doesn't come, it's not in your genes. It's not in your genes to be an alcoholic. I don't know why I can't understand that to save my life. Why would a doctor tell a small, well, young boy that? But anyway, my father got better. They let him out and he came home, you know. So I didn't have to go back up there again. But that really shocked me into stopping drinking alcohol, you know. But there's people who continue to drink. They continue to drink, or they sneak and drink. They sneak and drink, or they mostly be by themselves all the time. They like, I don't want to come out. I'll be around there later on. I'll be around there later on. They do that. So when you know an outgoing person, then all of a sudden they start becoming reclusive, start hiding out in the house, staying home and stuff. Either they're on alcohol or something, they're doing something, or they're extremely depressed. So these are the people you need to be talking to. Talking to them. Tell them, hey man, what's going on? What's going on? You know, I've had many friends that had problems like that. I had a friend who was probably super depressed, and I noticed it. And I'm sure other people noticed it too, but they wanted him to continue to be in that state that he was in. I wanted to bring him out of it. So I've talked to him and talked to him. So I tried to keep talking to him. And then I get home, then I call him. How you doing, man? What's going on? And then I try to keep him laughing and stuff. And then one day I said, look, I know what's going on, all right? Come on, let's run. Let's run. You need to come with me and run some stress off. He didn't want to do it at first, but I stayed consistent. I stayed on him, and we went to the trail, and we ran like probably 4 miles. 4 miles. And I was talking to him while we was running, talking to. See, the thing is, I wanted to get him running because since he never ran like that, so he was breathing hard, so he couldn't talk back. So I can say whatever I wanted to say to him, and he couldn't talk back. He couldn't talk against me. All he could do was listen. He can listen to me. So we were running, and I was telling him, look, man, when you get like this, come out here to the trail and run. When you got stuff on your mind, come out here and run a couple of miles, And we kept running. And then when we got through, he was totally winded. When we got to the end of it. Then I asked him, he said, man, thank you, man. Thank you. I said, are you going to continue running? He said, yeah, man. I said, okay, we're going to run tomorrow then. So get your butt up, and we coming out here to the trail and run tomorrow. And the next day we ran again, Then all of a sudden he started getting his wind back. And he was able to run 3 miles without getting totally winded. Then that was it. Then he was on his own. And then he would call me, say, hey, I went up there, man. I ran a couple of miles and stuff like that, man. I feel good. See, that's what friends do to other people. You got to have some compassion for people like that. Don't turn your back on them. Okay? And if you're drinking or doing anything illegal substances, take measures to stop. Because it's not doing your body no good. In the long run, your body's going to break down from doing alcohol or whatever you're doing. And I'm not judging you. I'm trying to help you. It's a difference. Okay? So anything you're taking into your body that's not good, take steps to stop. Now, today, take steps to stop. So if you drinking alcohol, you need to stop. Because it's tearing your liver up. It's doing damage to probably your kidneys. It's probably putting ulcers in your stomach, and it's making you probably lose your job. You're going to lose your job and everything like that. Eventually, you're going to lose your job. And then from losing your job and everything, you're going to get depressed. You're going to get depressed. So I advise you to stop. Okay? And that's a public service announcement from Masking Tape Treasures. Okay? All right. Let's go back to our eel. Now, we're going to put the skin on them. When we put the skin on, you're going to see them transform. Just want to go over here like this. All right. Just want to go around like this. Just go around. I go vertical with it because you don't have to use that much tape. If you go horizontal with it, you're going to have to tear a long piece and then put it right here to here. But from here to here. You can do it that way, but I'd rather do it this way. All right. Fold it over. See? Now, want to get it on this side. I'm glad I did this because it's kind of quick. Kind of quick. Tell you the truth, I didn't know it was going to be this fast, though. All right. Going to put some more. Just going to put tape all the way down his body. Putting the skin on. Putting the skin on. Putting on the skin. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? You're putting on the skin. Dressed up like $1 million tuba. Trying hard to look like Jerry Cooper. Super duper. Come let's mix with Rockefellers. Walk with sticks or umbrellas in the mix. Putting on a Ritz. Putting on a Ritz. Putting on the Ritz. There you go. See that? You see that gill? That's a gill. Ay, ay, ay. Yep, I'm coming up on my 100. I'm at 95 now. 96 now. Coming up on my 100. When I reach that 100, I don't know, I may take a little rest. But I'll be back. Maybe for 2 days or something like that. Yep, it seemed like I just started, though. Seemed just like I started. I just started. But I'm glad I started, though, because I was procrastinating a lot. Before I started this channel, I was just thinking about doing it. And I said, oh, you know what? I'm going to do a channel. Maybe I'll start next week. Next week gets here. You know, maybe I start probably next week. Next week led to, man, maybe I'll just do one next week. So I kept going like that, kept going like that, kept going like that. Till I got tired of it. And one day, I didn't have nothing to do that day. So I sat down and said, I'm going to start today. I'm going to start this channel today. And I knew once I get started, I wasn't going to quit. There we go. Now just got to get a little bit above his eyes, and then we can start the painting. Painting. All right. There we go. And we want to get a little piece of tape right here up under the eye. There he is. Now, what color are the moray eels? You want to pinch in on that fin at the top. Pinch in. Pinch it. Make it flat as possible. And then do the bottom one. There we go. See? All right. There we go. There we go. All right. Gonna get our trusty plate. Now, what color can we paint these? Let's say we're going to, I could use a little rust color and a little orange. Deep blue. All right. Get our paintbrush and mix it. La 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 la. Mix. Okay. We're going to just go. You can do this gray, brown, any color. Any color that you want to. See? Any color you want to do. Just gonna do this like this. Just go across here. Like so, okay? Now, just want to go over the head. Make sure you don't paint the eye. And don't paint the bottom. You see on the bottom? Because I'm going to make that lighter. Now, we're going to go with some of our red oxide. A little of the red oxide, and you just want to go up on the bottom fin with it. Just want to go all around and do the fin, you know, with the red oxide. You can do it any color you want, though. Stay focused. All right. Just want to go all around that fin with the red oxide. Just want to go right on that fin. And for the head, we're going to mix a little of the red oxide and the orange. Well, not the orange, but y'all know what I'm talking about. The brownish orange. So we just want to go here. I'm just thinking of colors to put on here. So this is no, you know, I'm just making stuff up as I go along. Just like I make the story up as I go along. But a lot of my stories, I kind of ad lib on it. You know, I ad lib. All right. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. All right. Just want to get these fans done. Try to get as much of the surface as possible. You know. Don't miss too many spots. Just want to get all the spots in there. Okay. Just want to get that fan and get this one. Like if you by yourself and you creating and you're unrestricted, just let it dry first. Then you can put another layer on. You know, put a different color on there. But for viewing purposes, I'm going really fast. Okay. See? Now, we're going to enhance this a little bit. Hold on one second. Let me paint this part. We're going to enhance it a little with different colors. Because a eel, you know, they're not just all one color. Okay. Okay, there you go. Now, we're going to get some black. Just put a dot of black there. And take the back of our brush and dot. Just put those freckles on there. I'm telling y'all, it makes a big difference. Makes a big difference. So, it makes a big difference. See that? It makes a big difference. Put those polka dots on there. On both sides. Take the back of the brush like this. Just make markings on them. Just polka dots on them. You can extend it up to the fin too. Now, we got that. Now we can go with a little white. And we're going to mix one of those colors with it. So I'm going to mix the white with the red oxide. And we're going to go up under his belly. Just like so. Go all the way up to the bottom jaw. See that? Go up under the bottom here. All right, there you go. See? Now we're gonna paint the eyes. As long as you got some black left, go ahead and paint the eye. Just go around the eye. Paint the eye black. Take the other one. See? Now, I just want to just make a little markings like so. Just want to make markings straight on down the back. All right. Now, we're going to take some of the red oxide, or we're going to go with scarlet red. But you can use any color you want. Then we're going to mix a little white in there. Then we're going to paint the mouth, just to give that mouth a realistic look. Okay. There you have it. That's our eel. See? See those markings? That's what I'm talking about. All right. Let me sit this somewhere. Right here. You get down there, Mr. Eel. All right. Thanks for watching my masking tape treasures. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And hit that bell notification. Hit that bell notification so you'll be up on every video that I make. And share. Share my videos so everyone else can get a chance to experience the masking tape treasure way. All right. Peace. Adios. Salamat.